This recipe is for a sweet potato curry, followed by an original application for it. Although sweet potatoes are actually fairly common in vegetarian Indian cuisine, for some unknown reason they practically never show up on Indian restaurant menus. However, this is also not a typical Indian curry. The only spice used will be cumin seeds for one thing, and the final dish incorporates some other very non-traditional components as part of a salad. Now, if you're American, you may not recognize this as a salad, but in other parts of the world, a salad can be almost any cold vegetable plate. And I do think this dish is especially interesting served cold. Well, the first step is to get the ingredients together. I've got ghee that I've made here, just cooked clarified butter. I've got the sweet potatoes that I've boiled for about 8 minutes. They're not completely ready to eat. They're definitely too firm still, but they're partially cooked. They're par cooked. I've got the ginger, the garlic, the sliced onion, and the red bell pepper. And we'll begin heating the pan now. And you get the ghee hot in the pan, and add a teaspoon of cumin seeds to it. You're going to cook these for a few seconds. Now I'm going to turn the heat down a little bit to 5. Going to cook these until they're golden. While you're waiting for other things to cook, you can cut the sweet potatoes into smaller pieces, which you'll need. And when the onion starts to brown, now I'm going to add bell pepper to it, as well as the ginger and the garlic, and cook this for a few minutes. After 2 or 3 minutes, this starts to soften. The onion is really brown now. Now I'm going to add tomato pulp, 400 grams. And this has to cook down for. It's on a heat of 5. Here's what it looks like after about 10 minutes. As you can see, it's getting thicker, but it's got to be cooked down more than this before we can proceed. This is the key to this, and for that matter, Indian masalas are also this way. You have to really cook them down. I have the sweet potato cut up, and over here I have some water that I've heated, and I'm going to dissolve the tamarind concentrate in the hot water. You stir it around for few seconds and you get something fairly homogeneous. That way it won't be lumps of tamarind paste in the final dish. So we've got the paste here. It's been cooking now for just over 20 minutes. It's quite thick. I'm reduced the heat down from 5 to 3. It's not quite done yet. We're going to give it maybe 10 more minutes. I want it to be really, really thick, but not to burn it. Okay, it's been a total of half an hour now. Now, if this was an Indian curry, I would continue cooking this, and also there would have been more fat put in the beginning, oil, ghee, and the fat would have been separating about now. But we used less than would have been used in a curry. And I'm not taking this down quite as far as I would, because this is not an Indian curry. It just has a lot in common with one. Now I'm going to add that tamarind water and tamarind solution and the cubed up sweet potato. Stir this around. I've put the heat slightly higher. Now it's back up to 4, and I'm going to cook this a little bit more until the sweet potato begins to soften. Okay, after about 10 minutes, you can begin tasting it and adjusting the seasoning with salt. And possibly a pinch of sugar if you think you need it, but probably you won't, because the sweet potatoes have natural sugar in them. But definitely, you definitely need to add salt, probably a teaspoon or 2. Then as the final stage, you're going to add a couple of tablespoons of finely chopped cilantro. And kill the heat and let it rest.
just enough. Also look for my cocktail book, Cocktails of the South Pacific and Beyond, Advanced Mixology, available through Amazon online.